Good morning, everyone. Good morning from Myanmar. Yeah, it's really great that we get together this morning. So before I start my lecture, please let me guide you a little bit to practice the mindfulness of breathing meditation, Anapana, for about 8 to 10 minutes. Okay, so we will start our morning, our evening with meditation. Okay. Okay, so please start by settling into a comfortable position and close your eyes gently. Then start taking deep breaths. Breathing in fully, breathing out fully. Breathe in through your nose and out through your nose. You may notice the air is coming in, touching at the tips of your nostril. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Forget about everything. Forget about who you are, where you're sitting, what the time is. Forget about everything. Just try to focus on the air, the breath in breath and out breath. Breathe in, breathe out. Notice each in-breath and out-breath. Bring your full attention to notice each in-breath. It enters your nostrils, down to your lungs, and your belly expands. And notice each out-breath as your belly contracts. Air moves up through the lungs, back up through the nostrils. Just pay attention, just pay full attention to flow with your breath. Just be patient with everything. You may feel some sensation in your body. You may have some wandering thoughts, plans, problems in mind. Just simply notice your mind wandering and come back to the breath. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Noticing each breath is one and only job for you right here, right now. At this present moment, you have one and only job, which is noticing your breath. If you're distracted by pain or discomfort in your body, just acknowledge your pain. Please don't fight with the pain or discomfort. Embrace yourself with compassion. Embrace your pain with compassion. Just try to accept it as the nature. Pain is the nature. Wandering thoughts, wandering mind is the nature. Just try to accept it without judgment, without clinging, without pushing away. Just simply accept it. Then bring your attention back to breath. In breath, out breath. Your breath is an anchor you can return to over and over again. This is your one and only job. Breathe in, breathe out. You may use the counting method if you wish to. Breathe in, breathe out, 1. Breathe in, breathe out, 2. Breathe in, breathe out, 3, up to 5, or up to 8. You can use the counting method if you want. You will start feeling peace in your mind and body. Just try to appreciate it. We're so fortunate. We have the opportunities to sit, to practice meditation together, to study the Dhamma together this morning, this evening. We are really fortunate. So with thanks to our karma, thanks to our good deeds that we have done, we appreciate our time and effort and our deeds. With appreciation, we fully breathe in. With appreciation, we fully breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Flow the air all the way in and all the way out. Mindfully be present moment by moment with your breath. You're fully with your breath without judging it, without thinking, just paying attention gently. Breathe in, breathe out. Okay, as this practice comes to an end, slowly allow your attention to expand and notice your entire body. And breathe in fully. Breathe out fully with mindfulness. We are breathing mindfully. Breathing in with mindfulness. Breathing out with mindfulness. And we are mindfully noticing our entire body. So when you're ready, open your eyes gently and mindfully and come back fully, alert and awake. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, so it's the end of the meditation session.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Thank you so much, Venerable Ayya.
On behalf of all the participants, I request Venerable Panna Theri to please give today's discourse on mindfulness of body. Venerable Ayya ji, please go ahead.
Okay, so right now I'm going to start my lecture. Actually, not really a lecture, but I will try to explain in brief about the Satipatthana Sutta. Then I'll focus more on the daily life practice because we name this journey as the mindful journey. So that I'll focus on more on a daily life practice. Before going to that, I like to explain a little bit about the Satipatthana Sutta. Okay. Okay, let me share the slides. Okay. Can you see the slides?
Yes, Ayya.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so Satipatthana Sutta, this is a very well-known sutta, and this is the very, very fundamental discourse if we like to study about Buddhist meditation. And if this discourse is important for those who practice Vipassana meditation, because I think most of you are the disciples of the Goenkaji, so you all are familiar with Vipassana meditation. So Satipatthana Sutta also, I believe that you all are familiar with. So if you're serious about Vipassana meditation, we should learn this sutta as well. So it's the background, is where did this discourse the Buddha preach? So it's Kamasa Dhamma. So it's a market town of the Kuru kingdom. Of course, you all are very fortunate because you are born in India, and the Buddha also preached the Dhamma in India, right? This discourse in India. So when I went to India, I have been to that the New Delhi, and where the Buddha, the place, that the whole holy place where the Buddha preached the Satipatthana Sutta. Then I noticed that this is the different place from the. I mean, there's some significance from the other places that I have been in India. That place, the people look more, rich and educated, especially in New Delhi. So I agree to that. What you call the comments in the commentaries of the Satipatthana Sutta. The commentators they mentioned that the Buddha preached this discourse in the Kuru kingdom because the people there tended to be intellectual, so that they have the capacity to absorb the deep Dhamma, deep insightful Dhamma, so that that's why the Buddha preached this discourse in Kuru kingdom. So that's the comments in the commentary. And then what? In this sutta, the Buddha gave instructions on how to practice Satipatthana meditation. So this is the different translations by the different scholars. So for Satipatthana, the translations are for Satipatthana. So for example, Bhikkhu Analayo, Bhikkhu Bodhi, Dr. Nanda Malabivan sir, he is in Myanmar. So they translate as 4 establishments of mindfulness. And the Rupa Kathin, he is the Buddhist scholars from the UK, British Buddhist scholar. So he translates as 4 establishings of mindfulness. And the Bhikkhu Bodhi, Somatera, so they translate as 4 foundations of mindfulness. And I.B. Owner, he is the translator of PTS, the Vinaya, Pali Vinaya, and he translates from Pali to English, I.B. Owner. So she translates as 4 applications of mindfulness. And Bhikkhu Sujato, he is the founder of the Sutta Central. He is an Australian monk and living in Australia. So he translates as 4 kinds of mindfulness meditation. So there are different translations. So we need to be aware of the different translations before we study Satipatthana Sutta. Okay, the first thing, what are the 4 Satipatthana Sutta? So Satipatthana. So me, I prefer the Pali term rather than translating like different establishments or foundations or whatever. Satipatthana is simply. So first thing is mindfulness of body, Kayanupassana. And second is mindfulness of mind, Chittanupassana. And third is mindfulness of feelings, Vedananupassana. And the 4th is mindfulness of the Dhamma, is Dhammanupassana. So these are the 4 Satipatthanas in the Satipatthana Sutta. So I have already talked to you about this last week. If you are interested in studying Satipatthana Sutta or mindfulness, then you can read these books, The 4 Foundations of Mindfulness, in plain English. So Bhante Gunaratana, he is a Sri Lankan monk. So his writing is very simple. He writes in plain English, so it's everybody can understand his things. Okay, let me show you the books here. Okay, this is the book. Yeah. Books. And there are a few books on Satipatthana written by the Bhikkhu Analayo. He's a German monk. So this is the very first book of him. This is his PhD book, Satipatthana. And the second one is the, okay, here, 2 books. Satipatthana Meditation, a Practice Guide. This is the third book, and this one, Perspectives on Satipatthana. So you can download from the internet, or if it's not free distribution, then you can buy these things. Okay, so, and this one is the 4 Foundations of Mindfulness, Sayadaw U Silananda. He is the Burmese monk. He lived in the US. Now he passed away already. Okay. So let me try. Okay, today I will recommend you to read this book, and but due to a limited time, I may not go through the whole book, but I will use a little bit of this book. Okay, interpretations of mindfulness. So mindfulness, we all know sati, right? So mindfulness, so how the different scholars interpret differently. So here, Nyanaponika Thera, so in his book, The Heart of Buddhist Meditation book, he mentioned here is, in its elementary manifestation known under the term attention, it is one of the cardinal functions of consciousness without which there cannot be the perception of any object at all. So he uses attention. He translates the sati as attention. Then Bhikkhu Analayo uses well-established sati. He mentioned as well-established sati. So to prevent the arising of unwholesome associations and reactions at the sense door. So he mentions that you can read at his article about sati in an Encyclopedia of Buddhism, Volume 3, 2007, page number 9. And Analayo again, he mentions that sati also a memory. He relates to information. Sati relates to information received in the present moment, and memory relates to the information to be remembered from the past. So he mentions that sati and memory are interconnecting. Sometimes we remember something in the past that's happened in the past, so it becomes a memory, but at that time we are also being mindful, so that so there are 2 different things, but interrelated. And another thing is that John Kabat-Zinn, he is, we can say, a father of mindfulness in modern day, because he invented mindfulness interventions like MBSR, mindfulness based stress reduction, is very famous right now. His 8 weeks programs are very famous in the West. So he in his book, Mindfulness for Beginners, he mentioned that mindfulness is what arises when you pay attention on purpose. So on purpose, yeah, we pay attention on purpose and in the present moment, non-judgmentally, and as if your life depended on it. So he mentioned when we practice the mindfulness, we need to have, first thing is pay attention, second, on purpose, third is be at the present moment, and the fourth is without judgment. So there are 4 parts he reminds when we practice the mindfulness. So similes for mindfulness. Mindfulness, if we practice mindfulness, we have to behave as a gatekeeper of a border town. For example, a gatekeeper's work is a border country king who has the walls of the city when kept in the order. So gate with a confirmed foundation, the assets roads level, and the streets. So he placed 4 gatekeepers at the 4 city gates. So here we have 4 gates. What are the 4 gates? First is the body. Second is the feeling. third is the mind, and the fourth is the Dhamma. So we have 4 gates. So we are like the 4 gatekeepers. We place 4 gatekeepers. Sati on body, 1 gatekeeper. Sati on feeling, another 2nd gatekeeper. And then Sati on mind, 3rd gatekeeper. Sati on the Dhamma, the 4th gatekeeper. So we have 4 gatekeepers like that. So today I am going to talk about mindfulness of body. We call in Pali Kayanupassana. So in Satipatthana Sutta, there are the 14 parts, 14 sessions in Kayanupassana. Okay, before we talk about it, so in Kayanupassana, in our Anapanapabba, the very first session is a mindfulness of breathing session. So that session mentions about the Buddha guides that the meditator should find a solitary place, sit down cross-legged. So it means that the quiet place. So your shrine room or your bedroom or any quiet place at home is fine. Then you can sit down cross-legged and keep the body straight and set up mindfulness. These are the guidelines for the formal meditation. Can you see the slides?
Yeah,
Sure.
now you are
Okay.
starting to clear again.
Oh,
We can
okay.
see the slides.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, then we call it formal meditation because you prepare properly and you sit properly. Then you select the place properly and you select the time, a proper time, proper place, and a proper posture. So this is called formal meditation. I will explain about it later again. Okay, so we have 14 sessions. First session is Anapanapabba, is mindfulness of breathing. So in mindfulness of breathing, we have to be aware of the 4 steps. The first step is you need to be mindful with your in-breath and out-breath. The second is if the breath is short, so you know, oh, the breath is short. For example, when you in the beginning of your sitting session, then you maybe your breath may be like short because you moved around and then maybe you come back from the outside, something like that, so that your body has the kind of the rhythm is different, so that the length of your breath might be short, maybe fast. We can call it fast, yeah. Then after that, about 5 minutes or 10 minutes after sitting meditation, so you may feel relaxed in your body, then your breath become longer, so like that. So you have a more settled breath at that time, so that you have to know when your breath is short, you have to know the breath is short. When your breath is long, you have to know that breath is long, like that. And the third step is the whole breath, the whole body of the breath. It means that the starting point till the ending point, starting point of the breath and ending point of the breath. So that is so at that stage you need more mindfulness and you need more concentration. Sati and samadhi is really important at that stage. And the fourth stage is the Sata breath. So after 1 hour, or maybe you practice 1 hour per day for a month, or like 1.5 months, for example, then you may notice that your breath becomes subtler and subtler. Sometimes my yogi, they report to me that, oh, we don't know whether we are breathing or not. Because where is our breath? we cannot find the breath, something like that, because the breath becomes subtler and subtler. Then it seems that there's no breath, there's no air. So you have to practice until that stage. So this is the guidance of the Buddha in the Satipatthana Sutta. So according to the sutta, the mindfulness of breathing unfolds the 4 stages. Okay, so first thing is observing the long breath, short breath. The third, okay, long breath, short breath, and then third is the in and out breathing, the whole breath, and the fourth is the letting the breath and the other bodily functions gradually quiet down until they become extremely subtle. So, but you don't need to force yourself to get the subtle breath. It is automatically happens after developing very good mindfulness and concentration. You will have the subtle breath automatically. You don't need to create it. You don't need to you don't need to force yourself to get it.
Yeah, if you are sharing, we are not seeing it right now.
Okay, yeah, I just stopped.
You can stop it. Yeah, I see that. Yeah.
Okay. Then the second session is mindfulness of 4 postures, Idiyapada. So in the Idiyapada Papa, the Buddha suggests that a meditator should be mindful while he is walking, standing, sitting, and lying down. So 4 postures. That's you all know already. So this meditation includes both formal and informal. While you are sitting or while you are walking, after selecting a proper place, proper time, if you to practice the walking meditation, then it is formal meditation. But informal meditation means like while you're walking to your office, while you're walking to the market or to the bus station, while you are walking at your house or in your garden. So this is informal. You can do meditation. This is informal meditation. Okay, the third part is clear comprehension, but I prefer situational awareness. I prefer to translate situational awareness, so we call it Sampajana. So in Sampajana Papa, this is the situational awareness session. We can notice that the whole session is about informal meditation, informal. Because the Buddha reminds us to be mindful. When we are going forward, we have to be mindful. When we are coming back, we have to be mindful. When we are looking ahead, looking away, while we are bending, standing, so everything, the movement of the body, we have to be mindful. Then while we are talking, of course, we can be mindful. While we are moving our hands, we can be mindful. This is the Sampajana. It means situational awareness. So this is the informal meditation. So in your breakout room, we will discuss about the formal meditation, and we will also discuss about the informal meditation later on. Okay. Okay, I think I will. Okay, this situational awareness session is very important, yeah, because most of you are busy, and most of the lay people are busy at home, at work. So that for you, I like to suggest to practice situational awareness in your daily life. Yeah, so in your daily life, you can be mindful with your physical, verbal, mental activity, okay? And then you can be mindful while you're walking, talking, bending, sitting down, wearing clothes, of course, wearing clothes, eating, drinking, or talking over phone, like that, or even using toilet. In the twilight time, also you can be mindful as well. I will explain about it later on, okay? So you can practice situational awareness to guard against the attachment to our bodies and properties. So by practicing situational awareness, you can reduce your attachment towards your body and your properties, okay? And finally, you can reduce greed, hatred, delusion, lobha, dosa, moha. So please start from the from the very basic level, very simple level. Don't worry, even though I am talking about the Buddha's teaching, the sutta, the Buddhist literature, but no problem. I'll try to simplify, and I try to talk to you in a very simple way, okay? Okay, the fourth session is Patikula Manasikara. This is the reflection on the 32 parts of the body. So this is also included in the Mindfulness of the Body, Kayanupassana chapter. In Kayanupassana chapter, there are 14 sessions. So this is the Patikula Manasikara is the 32, anatomical parts is the 14. So if you want to read this book, the Satipatthana, you can read, you can check at page number 146 to 149, okay? And the fifth session is Dhatu Manasikara. It is the 4 elements. So we do meditation on the earth element, the hardness, softness of your body, and the water element, the flow of your body, and the fire element, the heat and the cool of your body. And the air element is the support. Its support is kind of the, like, for example, we can sit right now because the air inside is supporting us like that. So we need to contemplate on the 4 elements so that we can have we can understand that there is no human, there is no male or female, there is no head, there is no hands, but actually the whole body is composed of the 4 elements. So once we understand that, once we realize that, we can reduce the attachment. So this is the 4 elements meditation. And the last one is the 9 symmetry contemplation or corpse and decay. So Nava Sivatika Sutta, Sivatika Sutta, Nava Sivatika Sutta. So it's the 9 community. That is kind of the contemplation on the dead body, the dead body. So if we contemplate on the dead body, of course, we can reduce our attachment towards our life, towards our body, towards our properties, something like that. Okay, and next. Okay, benefits of mindfulness. So here, in the Satipatthana Sutta, there are 7 benefits of practicing Satipatthanas are mentioned. I think you all know already about this, so I will go through very quickly, okay? So first thing is purification of beings. And the second is we can try to overcome all our sorrow, and lamentation is the parideva. And then we can overcome the pain, disappearance of pain. Pain is dukkha, and the grief or discontent is the domanassa. And then we can attain the true way, and finally we can realize the nibbana. So this is these are the 7 benefits mentioned in the Satipatthana Sutta. But how about right now in our modern day? So there are so many people in the West are practicing mindfulness, Buddhist mindfulness. Say then they are getting benefits out of practicing. So here, the Oxford Mindfulness Center, Oxford University mentioned that because of the mindfulness practice, reduce feelings of stress, anxiety, like that. And then they improve ability to, they are able to cope with the pain and illness, and then less worry and obsessing over things, and greater appreciation of what is pleasant and enjoyable in life. So these are the benefits. So even in the primary schools, there are the mindfulness programs are running. Then the many children are also getting the benefits out of the mindfulness practice. So they said improves attention spans, helps manage stress, increase sense of being, improve communication skills. Of course, they have they improve they have the improvement in communication skills with the friends, with the parents, like that, and the stress reduction. So these are the benefits they are getting. Okay, so I think I will stop a little bit, a few minutes here, because I don't want to have a long talk. So my second part is to practice in daily life. Okay, so that is your practical application of Satipatthana Sutta in your daily lives. That part is more important. So I'll pause here a little bit. Okay, if you have any questions, I will answer the questions. So please do 2 questions. Okay, I will accept 2 questions.
Okay, Ayyaji, we will allow everybody to raise their hand and ask questions. Please raise your hand and we will allow you to unmute. Okay. Sorry, can you raise your hand again? Yeah. Yeah, you have a permission now. Please go ahead, Santu.
Yeah, so what I have noticed is it is easy to be aware when I'm doing body work, like work with body, like washing dishes, walking, and other work. It is very difficult to be aware when I'm doing mental work, like working on computer and typing, programming. So it becomes really difficult to maintain awareness. Anything around that?
Yes, this is very normal. This is very common to everyone of us. While you are alone, because while you are washing your dishes, while you are alone, you can practice mindfulness more. You can perform more mindfully. But if you are at work, if you are kind of with the stress, for example, while you are using computer, you have the kind of worries, or in a hurry, for example, then it's more difficult to practice mindfulness. So what you have to do, very first thing, is slow down yourself at that moment. Before you're using, or before you're sending an email, before you're using computer at your work, just slow down yourself first. Why do I need to be hurried that much? No need to be worried. And then pause yourself. Just pause yourself first. Then try to touch the keyboard mindfully. But you don't need to be mindful like, oh, I have to write A, B, C, D. No need, no need. Just try to know as much as you can. Your fingers are touching on the keyboard. Okay, just touching, but no need to do very deep. No need to know very detailed. Just try to know as much as you can. Or you can practice mindfulness of the mind. Check your mind. Are you in a hurry? Are you in a stress? Or are you in worry? Just try to yourself. Try to know yourself as much as you can. Just relax, just slow down, just pause yourself, and then use computer, use phone. You know, normally when we use the phone, when we hear the phone is ringing, just suddenly pick up the phone and then answer the phone. But we should not do like this. We can just slow down ourselves. Okay, the telephone, somebody is calling me. Okay, may he be peaceful. May he be free from danger. Something like that. Then you can share your mitta, merits, the sharing merits, or sharing loving kindness. Then you pick up the phone slowly and mindfully. So try to practice. Then day by day, it will become your habit. Okay, I hope it helps.
Thank you, Ayya. Your next question is coming from Lakshmi Govind. Please go ahead and ask your question.
Vandami Ayaji, during meditation, sometimes my breath goes to the head, brain. The whole upper part of the head, I get pressurized like that, something pressure or headache like that. It will remain for a long time. So, any solution for this? Is there any? What I'm doing. Is there any wrong thing practice?
So then you try to notice yourself how you are breathing. Are you breathing very fast, like breathe in, breathe out, the rhythm of breathe in, breathe out? You try to check yourself first. If your rhythm is normal, it's okay. Normal, that's okay. Then still you are your rhythm of breathing in and breathing out is normal, but still you're feeling your numbness or the tightness in your head. So it means that you have to check your mind already. Maybe sometimes, while we do meditation, we have the frame. We frame like, I am the meditator right now. I am meditating. So my meditation must be good. This session must be good, something like that. So you put more effort than it is necessary. So you put more effort, then your body becomes tense. So that might be the way. So what you have to do is, first thing, you have to check your rhythm of your breath and the breathing. The second thing is check your mind. Do you have any greed, or do you have any expectations? Do you have any frame by yourself, something like that? And the third thing is, if still it is going on, then you can do the dhatu manasikara. So you can practice the hardness. Okay, you can be aware of the hardness in my head, the hardness in my skull, or where you can be aware of it. Then you can try to contemplate on that place, that softness. So you have to balance your dhatu. Okay, Patavi dhatu. So it's the earth element. The earth elements, we have the 6 characteristics, but the simply 2 characteristics, hardness and softness. So if you feel the hardness in your body, then you try to contemplate as softness, like that. Then your body will be softened. You can practice right now. Then.
Yes, Vandaji. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, that was we have 2 questions. Do you want to take one more?
What time is it now? Are we having?
We are about 1 hour, less than 5 minutes, less than an hour into the session today.
Okay, let me check my slides. How many slides I have left over here? Okay, so yeah, I think okay, so I'll take 2 questions.
Okay, Lady, thank you very much. I see Venerable Suddhamananda in here. So, Bhante, please go ahead with your question, Bhante.
Thank you, Venerable. Good morning to you. My question is really based on the directions that Buddha gives us with regard to this practice of breathing. In the middle and toward the end of the directions, he says, according to Venerable Analayo, breathing in, experiencing the whole body, breathing out, experiencing the whole body. And then he turns to a more active kind of a phrase, he trains thus, like, so you're no longer just breathing, you're training. And he says, I shall breathe in, calming the bodily formation, and I shall breathe out, calming the bodily formation. And I've seen different translations for this. In fact, you put on the board a very common translation that it's the whole breath body that you're experiencing, not the physical body itself. And I was just wondering, you know, have you encountered or meditated the other way, as if it wasn't the body of the breath, but the physical body that the breath was somehow touching, and then training to experience the whole body at once rather than just the body of the breath? And then secondly, how does one go about calming or tranquilizing the body? I saw this monk not too long ago on a YouTube video who talked about a kind of breath technique, if you will, on tranquilizing. And I'm just curious, what's your thoughts on that?
Thank you. Thank you very much, Bhante. This is very good question and very academic question as well, research question. Of course, Sabbakaya Samvedi, right? Sabbakaya. So Sabbakaya there is translated in different ways in these days. Some scholars, they translate as the whole body of the breath, the whole breath body. And some translates as we have to practice the whole body, means from tip to toe, tip to the head of the, So the tip of the head up to the toe, so the whole body here, so Sabbakaya.
Yes.
There are two translations. In Myanmar, most of the literate monks, like Mahasi Sayadaw, Pa'ao Sayadaw, they interpret it as the whole breath, the whole body of the breath. So here at the tips of the nostril, we have to contemplate the whole body of the breath. It means that the first, the starting point to the ending point. So the whole breath, the whole length of the breath, not the whole body. But some translators, of course, from the, I don't know exactly, but I have seen a few articles and the books, they translate it as the whole body, the whole body. I think in Goenkaji's method also is the free flow, is the whole body. He translates in that way, like that. So according to my experience, in Pa'ao method, Pa'ao forest meditation method, that is the jhana practice. So we are the samatha, yanika, samatha, the meditation first, we have to practice. Then we have to practice the whole body of the breath only, because it's more focused, But gradually, automatically, you can descend the whole body, even with your deep concentration, with your very strong concentration, you can feel the air inside the whole body, internally and also externally. I have the breath and the other people have the breath as well. Then we can understand the breath is not just with us, not just with me, just with the other people as well. So this is the kind of the sight, what to call the, we call as a gift after practicing. But the theoretically is we have to contemplate, we have to focus on the whole breath of the whole body of the breath. Sabbakaya means the whole body of the breath. So that's what I understand. So I think Bhikkhu Nalaya also, he agrees to that, the whole body of the breath, not the whole body of the human.
So, and then your next second question is with Warwar. Please go ahead. unmute yourself.
Sialipia. What I want to know is, for me, it's quite, I can concentrate on most of the physical activities, but regarding with the daily practices, for example, when we listen to the news channels, so at that time we cannot pause their activity. So how we can do mindfulness on this? So we listen attentively to the news before it starts. I can concentrate. Oh, okay. I will listen. I will look at my mind. But when it goes, I cannot pause the activity. And when my focus in that news, my attention is on that topic, not on my mind. So I'm always struggling with this. So how can I solve this problem?
Thank you for your question. Very good question. Yes, it needs practice. It needs time, of course. Yeah, me too. When I practice with my teacher, meditation teacher, who was a forest meditation master, and he asked me to watch the movies mindfully. So difficult because movies are like all the scenes giving me like the moods here. Sometimes I have excitement, sometimes I have kind of sadness, something like that. So the more I absorb in the movie, the more I cannot be mindful. So my emotions
exactly.
my moods is up and down, my emotions up and down. So I don't know how to do it. So what I do is, as a third party, I see the movies and I watch the movies and I watch the news as a third party. I don't put myself in the movies, in the news. Because when we are listening to the news, we put ourselves in that place. For example, somebody's fighting in somewhere, like or maybe some car accidents is happening somewhere. Then we put ourselves in that place, into that place. I am there, and I feel like so pity, and I feel so upset. Why it's happened like this, something like that. So that third party, just put the shield in front of yourself. Just okay, you're watching as a third party. So gradually, what I experienced was, I was watching I was seeing the movies, but I felt like I was watching, seeing their performance at outside, as the shooting, not in the movie like that. So I report back to my master, my teacher, say, Ador, I don't feel any feeling here. I don't feel any emotions here right now. I feel like they are moving, just scenes are moving one after another one. So I see only impermanence in there, and I feel like numbed, or just I'm like a third party. I don't feel anything in there. So what you can do is, while you watch the news or the movies, you try to see as a third party. Don't put yourself into it. Don't into the scene or into the news fully. Just draw back yourself and then look at as a third party.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you for very very good advice. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Ayya. Please go ahead with you can go back with the second.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so mindful journey at home and at work. So some of you have asked already how to practice in daily life and how to practice at home and work. So here I have already mentioned there are two types of meditation. First is formal meditation and second is informal meditation. So we can call it meditation on the cushion and meditation off the cushion. So there are two types. But most of you can practice off the cushion, right? Then here, meditation isn't all about sitting still and watching the breath or the movement of the abdomen. We can practice mindfulness throughout our activities in a day. So we can be mindful at any time, anywhere, any posture, at your work, or while you're in the garden, while you are doing the yoga exercise, or while you are shopping, or while you are cleaning your tables and house or something like that. And at your wake-up time, at your showering time, at your tea time, at your meal time, you can be mindful, okay? So the first thing is mindful morning wake-up time. So you can, when you wake up in the morning, please don't just get up suddenly. Just try to check yourself. What am I knowing now? Am I knowing feeling hot or feeling cold? Or am I feel sleepy or lazy to get up? So you can know many things at that moment. And then you can know the sound of your family member, or maybe the sound of your child or something. So you can know. Then maybe you may have the worry, I have to do this thing, that thing. I have so many things to do at office. I have to get up right now, something like that. So you can know many things at your wake-up time. So you can just check, what am I knowing now? What am I knowing now? So within the morning, with 3 minutes of mindfulness moment, mindful moment, to be with the breath or sensations at the body. So if you don't know about the other things, you can be with your breath. Breathe in, breathe out, about 3 minutes, and you can feel the sensations. You can notice the sensations at your body. So when you win the morning, this is very important, very, very important. If you are mindful in the morning when you wake up, and your mindfulness practice in a day is not difficult. So when you win the morning, you win the day. So this is very important to practice in the morning. So when you are brushing teeth, you can just know, what am I knowing now? What am I knowing now? Brushing too hard, or start brushing from upper teeth or lower teeth, left side or right side, like that. So knowing well, or am I thinking while I'm brushing, but I'm thinking something, like that. So when you're washing face, also the same. You're rubbing, scrubbing too much, or like the tight and the dry feeling on your face. Or maybe when you use the facial foam, you use too much, or you use too few, like that. You can just, or maybe you can share the loving kindness towards all beings, or may they be happy, may all beings be happy, may all beings be free from danger, something like that. Or some people, they say Buddham saranang gacchami, 1 time Dhamman saranang gacchami, 2 times Sangham saranang gacchami, 3 times. So you can know many things while you're washing. Okay, when you're preparing for breakfast, also the same. So you can just check, what am I knowing now? Am I in a hurry? Or am I too hungry? Something like this, so many things, okay? Okay, this is important, okay? This is important, mindful eating at mealtime. So you have 3 meals a time, 3 meals a day, right? So that's breakfast time, lunch time, and dinner time. So you can be mindful. So I will explain to you more about this. So you can see the colors, first things. Okay, red color, black color, orange color, many things. Then you can know the taste. oh, this is the sour taste, this is the spicy, something like that. So you can check your mind as well at that moment. You can know like or dislike. You can know these things. So eating without thinking. So this is this book, How to Eat. This is Venerable Thich Nhat Hanh. He is from Vietnam. So he in this book he has some suggestions. So here, when we eat, we usually think. Okay, then we are not aware that we are eating, and we can enjoy eating a lot more, but we practice not thinking while eating. So that we should practice not thinking while eating. Okay, so Venerable said, eating well is an art. It doesn't require fancy cooking. It does require practice and concentration. Okay. Okay, so I think the time is very limited for us right now. So I will go a little bit faster. So when you are eating, so you can check yourself, am I eating with mental hunger? Sometimes we are not hungry physically, but mentally we are hungry, we are thirsty. So we eat and eat, keep on eating, even though our body doesn't need it. Now, and then we are eating with thinking. So we are eating, but not eating, because we don't know the taste, we don't be aware of our the stomach problem, and we don't know we are not aware of our health, or is that healthy food or not? We don't know those things. So we are eating but not eating either. So we should practice sometimes. If you can be mindful, okay, no problem. But if you cannot practice mindfulness, of course, you can practice Metta, Garuna, and Mudita while you are eating. But this part I will talk about in the later lectures, because if I talk about it right now, it will be too long. Okay, so mindful talk and text. This is very common to all of us. We are using phone almost all the time. We are using internet, Facebook, YouTube, email almost all the time. So we should practice while we are talking, while we are using internet. For example, when you're talking to the friends or family members, you can check, what am I knowing now? What is happening to me right now? For example, am I talking very loudly? Or am I talking very fast? Or am I speaking harshly? Something like that. When you are silent, you know you are silent. When you are speaking, you know you are speaking. But this is very funny thing is, even though we are silent, we are talking. Now you are listening to me, but you are talking. You can discuss later on, okay, in your breakout room. Okay, please remember this. You are listening to me right now. You are not speaking, but you are talking inside. Just try to discuss about this, okay? Okay, so here comes to your task. My task is finished already. So this is for week 1. So from today up to next Saturday, okay? Next Saturday, so it's up to 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Up to 11 May, you can practice every day. So please practice with determination, okay? You try to determine that I will practice the 3 exercises every day, okay? Or you can determine for one day. Today, I will practice these 3 exercises, okay? First thing is exercise 1 is mindful moment at wake up time, okay? Here, I like to show, I think we still have time. One thing I like to show how we actually wake up. Can you watch this?
Has this ever happened to you?
Ayya, you are sharing right now?
Yes?
You are not sharing right now, Ayya?
Oh, okay, okay. I will share first. Yeah, thank you. Sorry. Okay.
Where am I? Has this ever happened to you?
Okay, so most of us wake up in that way. Or any of you have the similar experience with that? Okay. So first thing, the first exercise is please wake up mindfully. Okay. When you wake up at your wake up time, please practice mindfulness. Okay. The second thing is, second exercise is, please practice mindfulness while you are eating at your meal time. Okay. I will show you again how to practice mindful eating.
Hi, and welcome to Headspace. So before you begin eating, just take a moment to consider where your food has come from, where it was grown, where it was prepared, maybe where it's traveled from. Just pausing, looking at the food, and then picking the food up, taking a moment to smell the food. So engaging the physical senses. As you smell the food, what does it remind you of? Does it take you to a particular place in your mind? And then putting it in the mouth. Not chewing it as quickly as possible, but just moving it around the mouth. Noticing the tastes, the flavors, savoring each and every moment.
Okay, so then mindful talking. The exercise 3 is mindful talking. So while you are talking over the phone, please try to check you're holding the phone, or maybe you can check the tone of your voice. Oh, am I speaking loudly? Or maybe you can check, am I talking harshly, something like that. You can know whatever you can, okay? Then you may check also your feeling. Maybe the other side of the people, the people at the other side may be talking, or complaining you, and then you have the negative emotions coming up, then you can notice that. So please try to practice it. While you're talking with to the friends, also the same. While you're talking to the family members or colleagues, try to be mindful. Try to talk mindfully. Okay, this is the mindful talking. Is my voice loud? Am I talking with compassion? Am I talking very fast? Am I speaking harshly? Something like that. So the final thing is, please write a mindfulness diary at night before you sleep, or maybe at 7 o'clock or at 7 p.m. or 8 p.m. Up to you at your free time. Write down your achievements in 3 mindfulness exercises and revisit your mindful moments and appreciate yourself for having a mindful day. Appreciation is very important. Without appreciation, you will not have commitment. You will not have motivation to move on your mindful journey. So I like to suggest you to appreciate yourself. Please revisit your achievement. You have done mindfulness exercises in a day, in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening. So please revisit your achievements and write to yourself. Okay, write the mindful diary. Okay, so this is the end of my lecture. And I hope you all have, you all are okay till now. I hope.
Yeah.
So I think very soon we will do the breakout room discussions. That will be only 20 minutes. So you will have the leader in each room. So
yes.
Please, I think I should share the questions, okay? I should.
Yes, please do.
Okay.
So we have about 5 or 6 people who can be leader into the break room. We have about 150 people right now. So maybe a class of 30 or whatever you suggest. Yeah.
Yes.
And we will distribute the people into the.
So for room 1, our discussion topic is, what did you get from this lecture? So you can discuss, what did you get from my lecture? And the room 2 discussion is, what is the difference between formal and informal meditation? So you can discuss about that. Room 3 is mindfulness of breathing. So you can discuss what you have listened to my talk, or maybe you can discuss about how you will practice in your daily life like that. And room 4 is situational awareness. Then you can practice, you can discuss on it. So there are 4 different topics that you have to finish. Please try to remember your topic, okay? Your leaders also will tell about this. Okay,
Right.
so please, yeah, please.
Sure, Ayaji. Yeah, so I'm going to assign Archana Tai to the first room 1, and your topic, Tai, is what did you get from this lecture?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, thank you, Tai. The second leader for the group would be Kranti Tai. Tai, your topic is, what is the difference between formal and informal meditation? And you have to kind of discuss this within your groups when we assign participants to the different break rooms. Room number 3 would be assigned to Rima Tai. Tai, your topic is mindfulness of breathing.
Okay, thank you.
And room number 4 is assigned to Sunil Patil. Sunil, your topic is situational awareness.
Yeah, sure.
So I'm going to create the 4 break rooms, Ayya, now.
Okay. One thing is, since we have tight time, because the leaders have to do the recap as well after this. So shall we do 15 minutes discussion? Okay.
Yes. Yeah. No, time wise, we are at. We have time as per your availability. We will continue this session. There is no rush from our end.
Okay.
As long as you have time, I know.
Yeah. If like this, I think keep 20 minutes also fine with me.
Okay. Yeah. So I will send a reminder after once we create the rooms and they go out. Then I will check with you and will send the reminder to the group leaders. So I'm creating 4 rooms a year right now. It's going to be about 30 to 35 people in each room. Okay. So Archana Tai, I'm going to add you to room 1. Can you? Okay, let me just assign to room 1. Kranti Tai, I'm going to assign you to room 2. Rima Tai, I'm going to assign you to room 3. And Sunil, where did you go? Okay, let me see if you are already assigned. Okay, I don't see Sunil anymore. Rashmi, do you want to take that spot? And your topic would be situational awareness.
Yes, no problem.
Yeah, I'm going to assign you to room 4, situational awareness.
Thank you so much.
Sure, yeah. Everybody else is assigned to rooms, Ayyaji, now. So we are okay. They can go into their breakout rooms.
Okay. I will go around from one room to another. Okay. I like to check what they are talking. Okay. I'll join by myself. It's okay.
I can send you to one room at a time, Ayya. Is that okay? Like 5 minutes each room?
Yeah, it's okay.